Hello, welcome to your practice. Yoga is an invitation for you to honor your most sacred resources. Recently, I've been reflecting on what is most sacred in my life, what is the very most important. And of course, my family, my health, those things are very important. But what are the most sacred resources that we as all humans share? And I've come up with three that seem to be what makes sense to me. The first is your body as a sacred resource. Your body is the one body that you have, and you have it with you all the time. You want to remember that it is sacred. The next is your time. Your time is sacred. Each of us has 24 hours every single day, and we get to choose or have some amount of choice in how that time is spent. But once it's gone, it's gone. It's not renewable. We don't ever get a single day back. So we can choose to use that resource wisely. And the final one is your attention. Your attention. That means, where is your mind going? Where are you putting your thoughts and allowing your consciousness to go? Attention is very important because it actually is renewable. So the more attentive you are, the more your attention will grow. The more that you do things like meditation and being outdoors in nature and coming to your yoga mat, the more attention you have. And you're able to share that with those around you and also use it in your life to good effect. So those are the three sacred resources that we all have as humans: your body, your time, your attention. What you choose to do with those have a profound effect on your entire life, your lifespan, and the quality of your life. What I love is that yoga is a way to connect with all three at once. When you step onto your yoga mat, it's a moment to honor yourself in a human physical form in your body. You are using your time to connect with your body, to connect with yourself. And you can practice certainly very distracted, or you can use your practice as an opportunity to build your attention. Instead of being distracted, to bring your attention into your skin, into your bones, into how you are practicing. When you make your practice a way of honoring the sacred resources of your time, your body, your attention, it makes your whole being feel more sacred. Makes your whole life take on more meaning, and it helps you to feel more connected to the inner life force that we all share. When you honor something, you set it aside as sacred. When you take a moment and you don't honor and you just sort of brush past, that's where you're in the range for maybe injury or distraction or wasting your time, letting your life pass you by without even paying attention. So we use the yoga practice as this opportunity to come back into your heart and connect with what is most sacred, what is most important. This moment to connect back in with your body, to give yourself the time that you need, and to bring attention to the deep, sweet spaciousness of yourself, of your heart, and of source that is sourcing you. When you do that, when you have a deep sense of honoring, it connects you deeply inward. It opens your heart. And you remember who you are. You remember deepest level joy and peace. That's why we do this practice. So take a seat that truly honors your body today. Turn your inner thighs in. Move the flesh wide to the sides of the sitting bones and sit up tall. Lengthen the sides of your rib cage and move the heads of your arm bones back. Hug your shoulder blades onto the back of your heart. And then close your eyes and turn inwards. Honor your body by feeling the sensations in it right now. Honor your time by allowing yourself to truly arrive here. And honor and strengthen your attention by bringing your mind here as well. So let the to-do list drift to the background and just be here with your practice, your body, your time for the next little while. Notice your breathing. Notice your heart. Then join your palms, lift them up in front of you. And if you wish, you may form an intention to accompany your practice. And we'll chant Om together to begin. So welcome your in-breath. Om. Gently bow head to heart. Place your hands to your thighs, lift your head, open your eyes, and come to your mat. Please come to cat and cow, so come to table pose on your mat, hands and knees. Come back into connection with your body after whatever you've been doing earlier today by moving with your breath and your body in harmony. Take your inner thighs back, reach your heart forward, inhale, and lift your gaze. Exhale, scoop your tail, move through your spine like a ripple. Head is the last thing to come in as you bow inwards. Inhale, open, reach your heart forward, lift your gaze. Exhale, scoop and bow in honoring of the great force, the great support that your body is, the great resource. Go one or two more times on your natural breath rhythm. Make your movement sweet. Make it nourishing. Let it follow your breath. And in that way, you truly do honor the natural impulses of your body. When you go faster than your breath or faster than your natural rhythm, you're sort of dishonoring, disrespecting your body. So come back into neutral and see if you can stay connected with your body as we move through. Take your knees back a couple of inches behind your hips. Lengthen your side rib cage and then hug your shoulder blades on the back of your heart such that they hug to the midline. Lift your knees, press back, come into downward facing dog, and take a couple of breaths in downward facing dog. Bring your attention into the sensations in your body. So you might feel some tightness or some openness, some aliveness or some dullness. Notice sensation. When you bring your attention into your body, you're combining those two sacred resources for greater effect, and it lands you right here, right now. So you know how you're spending your time. You feel very connected with that. As you hug your arms into the middle now, in a deep sense of honoring, hug your legs to the middle. And from your heart, extend through your arms, take your thighs back, reach your heels down. And look up to the top of your mat, step or hop your way to the top and standing forward bend. Bring your feet parallel, bow in. Inhale and extend your heart to the front. Exhale, fold. Now keep your legs strongly hugging to the middle. Take your hands to your hips. Take your shoulders up. Inhale, lift your heart, rise up. Bring your hands to your heart in Tadasana. Take a moment to just pause. Honor that you're choosing to spend time with your sacred resources, your time, your attention, your body. Release your hands, lift them to the sky, rise upwards, and exhale, bow forward into Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Inhale, reach your heart forward. Exhale, step left leg back, come into lunge on your fingertips. Pause. Take a deep breath and open to a bigger energy, an energy that sustains and supports each of these resources. Then hug your leg muscles towards the bones and hug your legs to the middle line of your mat. Keep that strong hugging as you extend a little bit longer out through your bones. And then place your hands down, step back plank. Hug your legs to the middle, exhale, lower. Press your feet down, reach your hands back, interlace your fingers, and then lift your heart, curl into Śavasana. Again, hug your shoulder blades onto the back of your heart. Exhale, lower, bring your hands under your shoulders, curl your toes under, go up and back to downward facing dog. Keep your hair out of the way. When we think of honoring, there's a sense of respect and drawing towards. Make your arm muscles strong and draw your arms towards the middle of your mat. Make your leg muscles strong, draw your legs to the middle of the mat, and notice how there's more support for you. Keep this. Inhale, take your right leg high, take your left leg high up into the air in three-legged dog. Hug the middle, so it's not off to the side, hug it into the center. And then exhale and step forward, come into lunge. Come up on fingertips. Welcome your breath as a way to nourish your body. Make this whole practice so nourishing for you. Squeeze your leg muscles and hug them to the center. Again, a way to nourish and support the joints, so you're not overworking your joints. Push down into both legs. Reach through your spine. Now keeping your front foot planted, step your back foot forward to meet it, Uttanasana. Bow in. Inhale, extend your spine. Exhale, fold. Take your arms wide. Inhale, reach for the sky, come up. Exhale to your heart. Release your hands. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bow forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, extend your spine halfway. And then reach your right leg back, come into lunge, right leg back. Spin your right heel down onto the mat, come right into Parsvakonasana variation. So left hand stays on the floor, scoop your tail under, take your right arm to the sky. Very nourishing pose, very opening pose for your body. Bring your attention right here, right now, nowhere else. Your attention keeps you in this moment. Leg muscles strong, take your inner thighs back. And then scoop your tail and reach all the way out through your spine in all directions and down through your legs and up through your arm, everywhere. Exhale your top hand back down to the mat, step back plank pose. Inhale and plank, exhale lower. This time come to cobra, so press your feet down. Inhale, lengthen through your rib cage, take your shoulders back, take the sides of your throat back and stretch up and back. Exhale, lower. Curl your toes under, go back downward facing dog. Again, continue to reference to the middle. Midline is where we find more support and nourishment. Midline is where you find some strength. And then once you come to the middle, stretch out. Not only do we honor body, attention, and time, we make offerings of ourselves towards it. So I offer my time to my body. I offer my attention to my time. I offer my body to get done what needs to get done. To live. Inhale, hug the midline, take your right leg to the sky. Exhale it forward into lunge. Pause there to find your connection to the earth, and then spin your back heel down. Take your thigh bones back and scoop your tail, reach your top arm to the sky. So it's your left arm now going upwards. Right arm stays on the floor or on a block. So if, the sacred resource of your body needs support, honor it. Give it the block that it needs. Give it the support that it needs. Or be right here. Keep squeezing your legs to the middle, thigh bones back, scoop your tail, and then stretch out in all directions. Exhale your hand back down to the mat and step forward, standing forward bend, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach your heart out. Exhale, steady in the legs, bow. Take your arms wide, inhale, reach for the sky, come all the way back up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Take a breath. Close your eyes. Bring your attention to this time and this body. Most sacred resources you have. Let's use them well. Let's safeguard them. Okay. Bring your hands to your hips now. Open your eyes. Bend both knees and stand onto your right leg. Take your left thigh up and across. You may just cross the legs. You may have your foot on the floor, or if possible, hook your toes around. Left thigh over top, right arm over top. Either hug your shoulders, or pressing your elbows together, wrap your hands and come into eagle arms. Eagle pose, Garudasana. Sit deep. Standing balances require a fair amount of attention. Bring your attention without overworking. Keeping your arms twined, press your right foot down, stretch your left leg back, come into lunge, and lift your heart. Inhale, unfurl both arms to the sky into warrior lunge. Now slowly sweep your arms back behind you as you continue to squeeze the midline with your legs, and take your hands back, hold your rib cage. I tend to move my ribs forward, so I'm holding the rib cage to draw back. Slowly stretch your front leg straight. Take a deep breath in. Keeping your legs scissoring to the middle, back heel is still up. Bow forward. Bring your spine parallel to the floor. Back heel still up. Keep your spine parallel to the floor. Now release your fingertips to the floor. Step your back foot in a little, turn it out, and come to Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. So the spine is extended to begin with. Then as you squeeze your legs strongly to the middle and scissor your hips, bow forward. So even hug the midline with your shoulder blades. Shoulder blades on the back of the heart. It can be intense to truly honor the sacred resource of your body because it's got a lot of sensation. But I know if I care for my body by opening my hamstrings, it's going to feel better, it's going to work better. I'll feel more nourished. Inhale, extend your spine forward. Step your back foot forward to meet your front foot. Uttanasana. Reach your heart forward with your in-breath. Exhale to fold. Arms wide, reach for the sky, come up. Exhale to your heart. Bring your hands to your hips again, bend your knees. This time take your right thigh over your left for Garudasana, eagle pose. I may not have mirrored the last time, so do whichever one is the other side for you. And then left arm over right. Or come into eagle arms. If you fall, come back. Steady your attention first. Squeeze your legs to the middle. Don't want to go back, huh? All right, step your top leg way, way, way back to come into lunge. You might have to squidgy it, that's all right. Come into warrior lunge. Scissor your legs to the middle. When you scissor your legs to the middle, you help your hips square off to the front. Scoop your tail, lift up in your low belly, and unfurl your arms up into full crescent, full warrior lunge. And sweep your hands behind, and again, clasp your side ribs. Hold your side ribs, help them to move back, and slowly stretch your front leg straight. Continue to squeeze the middle. Lift up in your low belly as you bow forward. Continue to squeeze the middle and turn your back hip a little more forward, your front hip back more. Extend through your spine. Bring fingertips to the mat, step your back foot forward a few inches and come into Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. Squeeze and hug your shins toward the center and continue to wrap your back hip forward so that your hips become level with each other as best you can. Then bow forward and hug your shoulder blades towards each other on the back of your heart to give your heart more support in this pose.
sacred resource of your body needs lots of care. And yoga is one of the ways that we sweetly care for the body by helping it to be strong, by helping it to open, by supporting the joints, your muscles. You support the joints in that way, it helps your nervous system feel more settled. Settled nervous system means calmer heart. And that means it's easier to pay attention to life as well. Inhale, legs strong, reach your heart forward, step your back foot up to meet your front foot, and bow in and just enjoy the freedom in your legs now. When you nourish your body, it nourishes you right back. Feels so good. Inhale, extend your heart. Exhale, step back to table pose now, hands and knees. Curl your toes under in the back so you have good connection, and then interlace your fingers. Bring your elbows down. Come to forearms, interlace your fingers. With your fingers interlaced, take a deep breath in and remember your resources. Remember what you have and who you are. Puff your back waistline. And with a sense of honoring, hug your elbows lightly towards each other. Hug your shoulder blades towards each other on the back. And with honoring in the legs, hug them towards the middle. Keeping all of this, if your toes are not curled under, curl them under, and then lift your knees and come up into dolphin. Continue to hug your legs firmly to the middle of your mat. And hug your elbows towards each other to engage your shoulder blades on the back of your heart. Then from your heart, push down into your arms, into the floor. Reach up and over your hips through your legs. And in this pose, I actually do come way up on my tiptoes instead of reaching heels back. It's a different way. And slowly walk your legs back. Lower your knees down. Rest in child's pose a moment. Just come off your arms. You can either reach them forward or wrap them back and hold your heels. When you hold your heels in this way, you create an energetic connection between hands and feet. It feels very sweet. It's very sweet for your body. And then again, reach your arms forward and come again to dolphin pose. So bring your hands underneath of you, forearms down. Shoulders over the elbows. Take a breath and open to a bigger energy. Expand your prana body. Then hug your elbows in, hug your shoulder blades in, hug your legs in, lift your knees, come up. Notice I'm not dropping my head or bringing it way forward. I'm also not overstraining. It's like looking right between my forearms or between my elbows. If you're feeling very stable and strong here, hug the midline firmly as you take your right leg to the sky. Lower right leg back down. Hug the midline firmly as you take your left leg to the sky. Lower left leg back down. Walk both legs back. Lower your knees and again come to child's pose. Rest your forehead on the mat. I'm turning my head so I can speak with you. But rest your forehead on the mat. Either hold your heels or stretch your arms forward. Feel into your experience, into your sensations in your body. What a magnificent resource your body is that it can do this yoga. That it takes you everywhere you go and has been with you every moment of your life. What a resource. It never leaves you. Slowly come up and flip over onto your back. When you come onto your back, bend your knees and then settle so that your navel and your pubic bone are level with each other. And soften your side ribs back. Take your hands back behind your head. A little bit of core engagement coming back in to create support for your body. Now walk your feet towards each other. Inhale, lift head and shoulders up off the mat. And then lift your right foot up. Lift your left foot up to meet it if that's available to you, if it doesn't hurt your back. And just pause. Put your left foot back down. Put your right foot back down. Head and shoulders come back down. Inhale, engage your core, lift your head and shoulders up. Lift left foot up. Lift your right foot up to meet it, knees together. Yeah. Then right foot back down. Left foot back down. Head and shoulders back down. So that's the basic variation. It's moving towards a Navasana boat pose. Again, head and shoulders up. Lift your right foot. Lift your left. Now, extend right leg. Extend left leg. Extend both arms. Bring your arms back. Bend your left leg. Bend your right. Put your left foot down. Put your right foot down. Head and shoulders back down. Inhale, everything up, head and shoulders up, Left leg up, right leg up to meet it. Left leg straightens possibly, right leg straightens. Extend the arms, palms can go up, but keep your shoulders back. Take your hands back behind your head, elbows wide. Bend your right knee, bend your left. Put your right foot down, put your left foot down, head and shoulders back down. Take a deep breath in, a deep breath out. Bring your hands beside you, roll slightly to your right, and come up for just a variation. That was like a warm-up variation for inhale, lengthen your shoulders, take your shoulders back. And now you're seated with your feet out in front of you. Take your right foot up, take your left foot up and flex your feet. Maybe you stay right here with your knees bent and your hands on the floor, or if it's available to you, stretch both arms out, palms up. Keep your spine long. Put your hands back, left foot down, right foot down, sit more vertical. Take a breath. One more time like that with the option to straighten the legs. So take your hands back behind again, sit up on your sitting bones and lift your heart as you slightly tilt back. Then take your left foot up, take your right foot up beside it, flex your feet. So you can stay right there. You can add the arms. If you like, stretch the legs as well. Strongly hugging to the middle, building strength for support for your body. And then bend both knees. Bring your hands back behind, right foot down, left foot down, and again, sit up. After I do abdominals, I just like to stretch. Arms to the sky, keep your hips low. Notice how there's a little heat in the belly and it feels like, oh, there's some support for my body. There's some aliveness happening in the body. That's what you want. That your body feels super supported by your practice. Also, it's hard not to pay attention when you're doing abdominals. So our peak pose for this practice is a Śavasana headstand. If you practice headstand regularly in the center of the room, feel free to stay in the center of the room. I'm going to demonstrate coming to the wall. So you take your mat to the wall. Now I've folded my mat back so that there's enough space for my entire forearm to come onto the mat. So fold it back so that there's enough space for your entire forearm to be on the mat. A little spider right here. I'm going to be by the wall, but not necessarily touching the wall. If you have questions about Śavasana headstand, I have done a tutorial on it. You can find it in the other videos. So we're not going to spend a lot of time on it here. Bring your forearms down. Interlace your fingers. Stack your wrist bones. And then inhale and remember you are supported by your sacred resources, your time, your body, your attention. Hug your elbows lightly in, hug your shoulder blades on your back, and lift your knees. Walk in and place your head down. So you're not on your forehead, you're not on the crown of your head, you're right in between. And then either one leg up, as I'm demonstrating, hugging the midline, or curl into a ball and float up, or come up in the way that you've been working with in your own practice lately. Particularly in the Śavasana, pay attention to hugging into the center. I oftentimes see students struggling because they're just not gluing their legs towards each other, gluing legs into the center, finding the power of the midline. When you find the power of the midline, you're able to stay a lot more securely. Now, I know my tendency personally is to have my ribs forward, so I'm working strongly to bring them back. They may not be all the way back. That's the work I'm doing. If you know a particular tendency of yours, bring attention there. Spend time there. Work with it. Press the top of your head into the floor. Press your arms down. Reach up through both legs. If you would like to stay longer, stay longer. Otherwise, slowly lower back down. I lost a bit the last second there. And always when you come out, stack your fists one on top of the other. Bring your forehead onto your fists. And rest a moment. Feel the pulsation of life force in your body. Let it open you. And slowly lift back up. If you've moved to the wall, bring yourself back away from the wall. Unfold your mat. Let's finish with a supine twist. So come onto your back. Come onto your back once again. Come up near the top of your mat. Head to the end of the mat. So you have room for your body. Stretch your left leg along the floor. Bend your right knee. Take your right toe and hook it behind your right knee. And then bring yourself over to the right. So left knee moves right. You stack your hips. You can put your right hand on the top of your right knee. And then open your left arm back in the opposite direction. Make your legs firm. Wrap your top hip towards your right foot. Release your hand and inhale, come back up to the center. Bend your knees, bring your hips in line with each other. Stretch your left leg out. Stretch your right leg out. Take your left toes behind and slowly twist over. Knee comes to the mat. Take your right hand to your left knee. Turn your other arm out. Palm up. And if it's available, look either to the sky or all the way back to the direction you've come from. Even here, honor that your body needs a little support, so leg muscles stay strong to support your sacrum. And wrap your top hip down towards your opposite foot. Receive the nourishment of your breath. Release your hand from your knee. Inhale, bring your knee back up to the center. Step your straight leg back into bent knees and level your hips off with each other. Then gently hug your knees in towards your chest, just enough to bring your hands over the tops of your knees. And let your knees dangle downwards. So your knees release into your hands and pull your arms forward slightly. You may choose to slightly move your legs very softly, very gently in your hip sockets. Feel the sensations. Feel what that feels like. And then as that feels complete, release your feet back down to the mat. And slowly stretch yourself out along your mat. Come to Śavasana. Śavasana is the ultimate moment of using all of your sacred resources to restore you. You're using time to rest. You're using your body to soften and release. And in a way, you're replenishing your body. And your attention could be anywhere. Bring it here. Bring it first to your breath. And bring it in deeper. Bring it into your heart. The source of all of these resources is the deep, abiding love found in all hearts. The deep, abiding love that is the source of this universe. Bring your attention into that love. And rest. Gently return. Bring your attention back into the resource that is your body. And stay here, stay now. Start to move your fingers and toes. Take that to any stretch, any movement that would feel good to you as you awaken from Śavasana. And very softly roll to your right. Come back to seated. Sit tall, sit well, and close your eyes again. Take a moment to just honor yourself, honor your body. Even say an inward thank you for all that your body has carried you through. As you some part of you stays with your body, also honor this deep sense of time that we all share. The fact that you made a choice to do something nurturing and supportive with your time. And finally, wherever your attention is, make an honoring of that attention, but also a commitment to continue to strengthen it. To come back
attentively to whatever you are in the midst of every single day. It's the greatest gift you can give yourself. It's the greatest gift you can give the people around you. When you grow your attention, you grow your heart. May your heart be wildly open and free. May it support you to love your way through anything life brings you. And may you honor these resources as you move off your mat into the rest of your day. Bring your palms up in front of you. Let's chant Om to close. Welcome your in-breath. Om. Namaste. Thank you so much for your practice. You're healing the world and healing yourself. See you next time.